Hello and welcome. I hope tonight finds everyone well. Hold up, what's... Alright, why do I have an echo now? I have an echo because Noise is working and automatically starts with its preview unmuted. Huh. Well, I mean, I guess I can't complain about something actually working. So, I hope tonight finds everyone well. Hope you've all had a good weekend. Don't worry, we are not doing more Call of Cthulhu. I've continued to try to problem solve and still run into random glitches. But I can tell you right now that if you so wish to play the game, you are going to want to use... You're going to want to have your setup be spot maxed out. That, the further you go, it definitely makes more differences. I'm currently testing with spot maxed out, and then I have, and then I'm working on investigation. So yeah, Noise is currently working. I am currently streaming to it, so yay! Now I gotta remember to actually watch my page there. I've got another thing to keep track of. I need to come up with a better system. I really do. I might already have some ideas, but I'm not rearranging it tonight. All right. So, yep. There we go. I believe that's everything. And messages sent out to let people know. If you do come in from a different place than being a regular, let me know where you're from. Twitter, Blue Sky, Discord server, what? I'm curious curious if anyone's being funneled in or not. So we have a reaction and a couple things to talk about. Let's get the big bad one out of the way. All right. So, I too am sending my sympathies off for Fred and Peanut. That shouldn't be the political issue that people are making it out to be. That is, I sympathize greatly with the owners. I grew up with pets. I do not have any now. But I grew up with pets, and I can feel all the sympathy in the world for them and what happened. That is not right. And again, this should not be the political issue that some people are trying to make it out to be. This should not be a one side or the other thing. And I hope more people can realize that. So, I don't know if I want to dive further into that side of things, but I just want to express my concerns, ask that people be willing to all agree that that was bad. You can't just go into people's homes and kill their pets. To the people that say it was just a squirrel, why do you care? It was just a squirrel, why did it need a SWAT team to be killed? And the poor raccoon wasn't even the target. They weren't even there for the raccoon. It just got in the way. So, Yeah, that's upsetting, and I feel like that's something, it's sad. Want to say it first, out of the way. I mean, I don't know how else to address it without just going down a rabbit hole, but I don't want to ignore it because that's not right what happened. So, hi, Blue Kitty. Managed to come in right after I finished saying the sad piece. Yeah, so that is that. Still just kind of not caring about Twitch anymore because of. I mean, I don't know if anyone saw that they're just digging their grave deeper because I'm clearly missing some context because the short version on what happened, Hoovy, is up. And I'm not gonna name names because I haven't seen any hard confirmation of who it is, but supposedly some lady was mad that a rescue squirrel's Instagram had more followers than hers did, and so she called it in to New York public health officials, who sent a SWAT team to the place, which is an animal rescue ranch or something like that, not just like someone's house, an actual rescue center. The SWAT team raided the house and killed the squirrel and a rescue raccoon that got in the way. Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon. And so the squirrel was rescued as a baby and was determined to never be able to make it out in the wild. It didn't have the right instincts anymore. And so they were actually in the process of getting the paperwork done for it to become one of those educational ambassador animals. And the raccoon was also rescued as a baby and Fred was actually planned to be released at some point. They had not yet determined if Fred still had his instincts or not, but they had been thinking Fred would eventually be able to be released. But Fred got in the way while they were trying to kill the squirrel, and Fred also got killed. No, she did not call in rabies. She just called in that they had wild animals. They killed the squirrel because when they were trying to grab it, it bit them because they were trying to grab it, and they just killed it assuming it has rabies because it bit them because they were trying to grab it. And there has never been a case of squirrel transmitted rabies in United States history because squirrels only have like a 10-minute contagious period with rabies because of how quickly it kills them. But no. And then, like I said, the raccoon got in the way. It bit them. It bit someone. And rather than do anything else, they just killed them both. Under the argument that they had rabies. But again, they were there because a woman was jealous that the squirrel had more Instagram followers than her. They sent a SWAT team to remove the squirrel and killed it when it bit them. And the raccoon got in the way and bit someone because it was scared, and they killed it as well. And they made the couple who run the shelter stay outside for hours and hours and hours and not go anywhere without a police escort. They weren't allowed to feed or water or take care of the other animals. All of this over a freaking squirrel. They can't deal with the rat problem. They certainly can't respond to any actual violent crimes. but they can send a SWAT team to deal with score. Okay, now I am starting to get down the politics side of it, which, again, that shouldn't be a political issue. We shouldn't have one side saying it's okay because it was done by this group of people, and the other side saying it's wrong because it was done by this group of people. Both sides should agree it was wrong, and that the specific administrators involved, because a judge had to sign off on this, are in the wrong. At bare minimum, both sides should be able to agree on that the woman who called it in, the officers involved, the judge, and the administrators, because it went through like 3 different administrators, they are the ones in the wrong. So, there, it did get a little political there. Like I said, I'm not naming the woman because there is some questions on if the name going around is the correct one. So I don't want to point fingers at the wrong person. But that is where we are. And again, remember, rescue at a rescue center in the middle of paperwork for becoming an educational ambassador. So that is the explanation for what's going on, why people are mad, and why I'm expressing my sympathy to the people running the rescue, to the couple running the rescue, and just giving the shout out to Fred and Peanut, because I feel like this one needs to be answered. And yeah, the other bad issue we're going to get into is Twitch, which I do not have the time nor the energy to dive into the whole thing of Twitch. Just know that they are still a burning dumpster fire, and I still am like, I'll stream to it while I can. I am waiting for it to burn down at this point. Twitch is rapidly. I just noticed you mentioned the lack of pause button. Yep. No pause button. Twitch is spiraling rapidly. Their solution to the advertiser backlash, because advertisers have found out some of the things being said on the streams that they're advertising on, because Twitch only has a single advertising category that everyone is shown on. Their solution was to add a politics category, which advertisers can opt out of. But you know that the people who are saying these things, who have gotten away with it for so long, will not use that category, because then they won't get as much ad revenue. And unlike us VTubers, they won't get yelled at for being in the wrong category. But I might have, who knows, they might decide that me talking about the squirrel was enough of a problem, was enough politics for me to have been in the wrong category. Not that I'm monetized. Apparently Twitch has a congressman after them right now. Yeah. Congressman is unhappy because of some of the things being said. Oh yeah, the CEO has said, Twitch CEO has said some horrible things and been caught with some pretty horrible things too. It's, like I said, I stream to the maximum volume of places. But I also, so while it would be nice to actually make some money off Twitch, I kind of know I'm never going to, and I'm just waiting for it to burn down, and will once again ask, if you are watching on Twitch, please, and you want to keep watching my stream, please watch me someplace else, because it can't possibly last. Not at the rate it's going. So, with those depressing things out of the way, on to some happier subjects, I guess. The plan for tonight is we've got a single reaction to Brandon Herrera's latest gun meme review, which came out a day before it needed to. So he will not be talking about Fred and Peanut. Though he's been known to do emergency gun meme reviews. Everyone hope and pray. Maybe spam his comment section. So we're going to do that. We're going to do Skyward Sword, and I have been reminded that I needed to do some level grinding on Chrono Trigger. So instead, we're going to go back to Black Ops 3 Zombies. I have been practicing on that map to try to get back up to my old routine. I am still not as good as I used to be, and my weapons are still unupgraded, but I want to see how far I can go. So that will be our second game for tonight, and then it'll be back to regularly scheduled nonsense next time. So that is that plan. However, I am also working on something. I don't have the budget for real expensive camera equipment. However, I have gotten some wearable camera setups, things that I will be taking with me to the range tomorrow to try to show off a couple things and demonstrate a couple things and just sort of squee about a couple things. So cross your fingers that I will be able to do a range day video or have my own talk about whatever section on stream or something. If any gun tuber is going to be talking about Fred and Peanut, it will be the Demolition Ranch. True, Demo's actually a veterinarian, isn't he? Ooh, that would be interesting. That would be interesting to get his take on everything, because he'd really know stuff. Ooh. Anyways, it wouldn't be a whole big thing. I do not have the means, budget, or staff to do like a full proper range day. This is mostly going to be me setting up camp inside a range booth and trying not to bug my neighbors too much. Like, oh my gosh, is there really a gun tuber next to us? Oh, that idiot. We don't want to have anything to do with this. Quick, get out the machine gun. Because it is that kind of range. So we'll have to see. I'm super excited. I got a little collector's piece. I do mean little. It will give the Calibri some a run for its money. That I need to test, and I actually have something that I designed and built myself that I wish to test and show off. Though, if I disappear for a weekend, it's probably because it blew up in my face. Let us hope not, but you never know. Anyways, so I hope that I can get that in tomorrow. Let me check. Is Data Caps still open for the call to action? It is. Again, another call to action for asking you to please send comments to the FCC telling them that internet data caps are a scam. And that they are just a way for the FCC to charge customers more money arbitrarily. It's not smaller than the Calibri, but it gets close. It is not smaller than the Calibri, but it is small. Though there are guns that are smaller than the Calibri. Look up pinfires sometime. Pinfires are tiny. Anyways, so there's that call to action. For those in the US, I will once again reiterate, I won't go through the whole speech again, but I will once again reiterate, if you can vote and you don't vote, you don't get to complain for the next 4 years. You have to shut up and take it. If you do not participate, you are agreeing to whatever happens. So I don't want to hear it if you don't vote. Up to always votes, up to always gets complained. Yep. Yeah, if you either vote or you shut up and take it. Because if you vote, even if you lose, then you can rub it in everyone else's faces when things go wrong and say, see, I told you. And then if you vote and you win and things still get bad, you can say, I voted for them, and then they didn't do what they said they were going to do, so they're a bunch of liars. Or if you vote and it's like rigged or something, then you can say, I tried to do my civic duty and they didn't let me. But if you don't vote, you have agreed to sit and take it, whatever happens. So, that was most of the speech anyways, but there we go. Let me see. I don't think I have anything else for the list before we get going. Gonna be honest, I got through that faster than I thought I would. So I am going to relink up our Brandon Herrera gun meme review. Which I now have to send so many places. I need to work on this. And then I need to get out of the way so we can watch Brandon Herrera do his thing. This is Brandon Herrera's latest video. Anti-gun politician shot a reporter. Which I'm not going to get started until he says things to see what he says. Says it's his video. But I saw some stuff on this and it is bad. It is really, really bad. Not as bad as a SWAT team going after a squirrel and raccoon, but bad.
Gone Meme Review. Back in the saddle again. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome to another episode of Gun Meme Review. Also, I hope you're all having a very happy Halloween. On this spooky episode of GMR, an anti-gun politician pretending they know things about guns. That's right, we're talking about the Senate candidate who accidentally shot a reporter, the STG-44 getting canceled by PSA, some competition memes,
what?
and more.
Hold
Also,
on.
be sure to go do that if you haven't already. That way you can avoid the spookiest thing of them all. Higher taxes, more government, and shitty gun laws. Alright, I'm dropping the Halloween bit. But welcome back to Gun Meme Review. It's been a while. I missed you. First things first, a little bit of gun industry news. The STG-44 was officially canceled or put on ice by Palmetto State Armory.
Unfortunately, when we got this gun in our possession and we started looking into it, we have discovered more issues than we anticipated to find.
Yes, they were cloning the famous German assault rifle from World War II. I think I've got one, yeah, actually back there on the wall. I forget what's fucking back there sometimes, to be honest. I know a lot of people were looking forward to get their hands on one of those bad boys, just a new production of the classic and very expensive original German weapon. Unfortunately, those hopes were dashed.
We have decided here to shelve this project for right now to focus on other projects and get them out to the finish line.
PSA has an update on the STG-44 project. It's dead.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Yeah, if you were also one of the people looking forward to getting your hands on one of those, doesn't seem like that's in the cards, at least not in the immediate future. How it feels hearing the PSA STG update. It was pretty universal across my entire Instagram feed the next day. It's like 1,000 gun autists cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
I am unhappy.
Just to suffer.
Wartime Germany was able to build this in a cave.
With a box of scraps!
I've actually seen this one a couple of times in a couple different forms. I kind of see this one from both sides. Building a gun without a parts kit, like completely from scratch, ground up, is hard. Believe me, shit takes a lot of time and money. At the same time, this is a gun that already exists. It's a gun that's already designed and built. I mean, they're rare, don't get me wrong, but they're not impossible to get a hold of. Not only that, but it was built by guys who didn't have access to computers or CNC machines who were actively losing a war. All you had to do was copy the homework. The US government did that all the fucking time right after World War II. Just look up Operation Paperclip.
Yep.
I understood that reference.
Then once you're done with that, maybe Operation Northwoods and MK Ultra. But on a real note, I don't know.
Be warned, those will read like horror stories. You're not, those are not happy things. Paperclip is kind of a happy thing, though dark. Other ones are not. Also, PSA has access to more than just CNC machines. They can go full-on production. What the heck? I am legitimately upset about this. I actually have been saving to buy one of those. I've actually been saving, waiting for that thing to release. I am unhappy. I am legitimately upset.
I don't know what happened behind the scenes with this on PSA. I know they acquired the technical data packages from a pre-existing company who went under trying to make this happen, so I'm sure there's more complexities to it behind the scenes. But all of that to say, it's very sad that this project will not be coming to completion. Phrasing. But I'm hopeful that maybe somebody will do it one day. Now moving right along to our next topic, the Sesame...
Paperclip is noble, dark, grimdark, yes, I wouldn't necessarily... Paperclip is only noble in that it is saving science and keeping it away from the Soviets. It handed a lot of bad people a free pass, though. So, Paperclip is basically the relocation of German scientists out of Germany into the United States as quickly and as quietly as possible. That is the short version of what Operation Paperclip is. Which some scientists were okay. A lot of them were stereotypical German scientist World War II.
Street word of the day is projection. For example, when anti-gun politicians say that we can't be trusted to be safe with dangerous weapons like guns, AR-15s, but it's because they themselves don't know how to use them and therefore can't be trusted to be safe with them, that's called projection. I'll give you an example. TV reporter hit by bullet fragment at Lucas Kuntz's campaign event. Kuntz? How do you pronounce that? Let's just say Kuntz to be safe. The US Senate candidate who was shooting an AR-15 at the time provided first aid. I prefer the shooting events where you don't need first aid. My favorite part is that he fucking bragged about it on Twitter. Great day to be at the range with my...
Sorry, what?
First aid. My favorite part is that he fucking...
Check out these idiots. So, you know, and now him and his buddies are shooting each other trying to see. Oh, no.
Bragged about it on Twitter. Great day to be at the range with my friend Adam Kinzinger. Kissinger, by the way, being one of the Kuntz who went straight to Twitter and bragged about me losing my election. Very funny exchange.
You lost. If that's true, you and your left-leaning has just spent $10 million to come within a couple hundred votes. That's true. That, I mean, they might have won, but holy crap. They had to put a lot of work in to beat him. He just had the meme on the internet.
Always fun to ratio Kuntz like him. We got to hang out with some union workers while exercising our freedom. Okay, objectively not a bad thing so far. Always have your first aid kit handy. Shrapnel can always fly when you hit a target like today, and you've got to be ready to go. We had 4 first aid kits, so we were able to take care of the situation, and I'm glad Ryan is okay and was able to continue reporting. Alright, there's nothing wrong with saying that anything can happen and that first aid's a good idea to have at the range. I fully agree with all of those sentiments. Till you start looking at the photos. What could have possibly caused this accident?
This is shorter, at least from the picture. This is shorter than my point-blank ranged practice for when I'm either practicing with a holdout gun or I have something new and I'm just starting to figure out its sights. That is shorter than that range. Also, these 2 big canisters, I'm not sure about this, but these 2 for sure. There's something called tannerite. Tannerite is the stuff that you see people shoot and it explodes. And you know that they've been mixed and are not just... Because it's Tannerite comes in 2 parts. And you need to mix them for it to become an explosive. And you know that these are mixed because if they weren't mixed, they'd have a big red packet stuck to the side of them, wrapping around them, because that's where the second part of the explosive is. Part comes in the tub, part comes in a packet outside. You take off the packet, open it, dump it in, shake it up, it is now ready to go. I just went off because that's terrifying and scary. He's probably going to mention that as well as the dozens of other things wrong with this picture. But I just had to point out for all of your horrified experiences that they are shooting right next to effectively small bits of dynamite.
Accident. Tell me you have no fucking clue what you're doing with guns without telling me you have no fucking clue what you're doing with guns. So what's so wrong with this picture? Well,
oh yeah, he's gonna.
The more you look, the worse it gets. For one, his shooting stance is kind of trash, but that's, the minor gripe. Secondly, maybe don't preach gun safety while wearing eye pro on top of your head while shooting steel.
I didn't even notice that
do
one.
Any good up there. Next, maybe don't use a rifle with a fucking Hubble telescope mounted to the top of it to shoot steel at 7 motherfucking yards. A homeboy's got a scope on top of that thing like he's gonna try to make a mile-long shot with this thing, and is shooting at pistol-rated steel targets at knife-throwing distance. So surprise, surprise, he shot a reporter, essentially. For those who don't know.
For reference, at that range being shown, I will sometimes not even aim the shot. I will just kind of be like, hold my arm out, I am close enough to hit. Scope is hitting atoms.
Know when you're shooting at steel targets. He shot a reporter, essentially. For those who don't know, when you're shooting at steel targets, the bullet doesn't disintegrate. Pieces of the bullet fly apart. It's called spall. So pieces of the bullet, most likely the jacket, can fly off in different directions, which is why if you're gonna be shooting at steel that close, A, put your fucking eye pro on. B, probably should be using frangible ammunition of some sort. Or C, don't. Marked safe from getting hit with shrapnel during a terrible political stunt trying to appeal to gun people today. The seat he's running for is in Missouri.
At that range, paper targets. If you're using steel, 22. 22 soft.
And he does.
And even then, use paper targets. Don't use anything.
During a terrible political stunt trying to appeal to gun people today. The seat he's running for is in Missouri, and he does this gun stunt and invites a reporter to show how much of a gun guy he is. Just a good old country boy. So he goes out with like 8 dudes and manages to shoot a reporter. Good old country boy. So he goes.
Okay, there is packets on that one now that are visible. So maybe this one wasn't mixed. I still don't see any packets in this one. I also haven't seen this picture before, so I kind of want to see if there's any other horror. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to let him go. But that's the red packets I'm talking about.
Goes out with like 8 dudes and manages to shoot a reporter immediately. We do range days with literally hundreds of people, and for some reason, this has never been an issue. And to still try to use this as a campaign stunt is galaxy brain move. Lucas Kuntz, reporter. Vote for me. I mean, the fact that he's probably using this as justification for how dangerous guns are in the wrong hands is hilarious, considering he just proved that he's the wrong hands. Also, a lot of people in the comments on Twitter and such were pointing out the fact that there was tannerite in front of them on the table while they were shooting rifles.
Yep.
Tannerite, for those of you who don't know, is a binary explosive that's mixed, just to have fun with targets and stuff like that. It can be very dangerous, especially in large quantities and unsafe environments. But giving them the benefit of the doubt, tannerite is only dangerous when it's mixed up. If you just have normal tannerite in its unmixed form out on a table, you can shoot it as much as you want. You can set it on fire. It's not going to do anything. So there's no way that they would be dumb enough to actually pre-mix the tannerite and leave it there on the table ahead of where they're shooting rifles. Right? Good news is it's ahead of where they're shooting. So there's no way that they would be dumb to shoot it on.
That red was wrapping up around the front when in the other picture. That has since been mixed.
As much as you want, you can set it on fire. It's not going to do anything. So there's no way that they would be dumb enough to actually pre-mix the tannerite and leave it there on the table ahead of where they're shooting rifles. Right? Good news is it doesn't look like anybody got seriously hurt. I'm sure the reporter didn't deserve that, so obviously I hate to make jokes at his expense. But it is extremely funny to me that in one of the photos, he's still holding the news microphone while having first aid rendered. You know the guy knew he fucked up. But anyhow, that's about enough of that. It's a holiday, I'm sure you guys just want to have some fun, so let's get back to some just good old-fashioned gun.
A couple other points that he didn't mention. One, Kuntz is arguing that he was a Marine, therefore he knows what he's doing. It has since come out that he was a lawyer for the Marines and fired a weapon once during his entire quote-unquote Marine career. Once. Service pistol to prove he could use it. He didn't even need to hit anything. He just needed to fire the weapon to demonstrate he could load it, fire it, and then safe it. Once. As a lawyer. Not even as a combat Marine. So there's that. So if he ever talks about it talks about having carried a weapon in combat, he is lying. And the other thing that I've seen is that the man that they hired to come out, bring the weapons, and set up the range is a convicted felon who is not allowed to have firearms. Let that sink in. They hired a guy not allowed to have guns to come with guns and set up the range. And not only did the guy not tell them, I'm a felon, I can set up the range, but I can't bring any weapons. He didn't tell them that, and he brought weapons. Meaning that as a convicted felon, he still had access to firearms and could acquire them for them. So, yeah. It gets worse. And I don't even think that rabbit hole... I don't even know that rabbit hole's gonna end, though obviously the attention has quickly been moved off of them. So, yeah.
Meme goodness. But first, for making this episode possible, we'd like to thank our sponsor, TacPack. TacPack is a monthly subscription box where you can get cool shit like... God. SOG knives. Radiant charging handles. Sure, it's like the one I'm actually wearing now. I got this from TacPack. Rangefinders that probably shouldn't be thrown. Fuck. And much more. And be sure to use the code AKGUY at checkout to get your free $60 tactical box. We appreciate TacPack for being an awesome sponsor of the channel. Back to the memes. When your gun no longer shoots low left because your buddy is shooting it. What in the gun, motherfucker? Also, I'm sorry I missed out on the Moo Dang memes. Cody was going apeshit
I don't know what
those
this
all
is.
over Twitter. And if you haven't seen the Moo Dang memes, do yourself a favor.
She's quickly become an internet sensation.
Watching that automated toilet flush away the Ruger LCP that fell out of your pocket.
Fuck.
Luckily, that has never happened to me before, but I have been to places where there are porta potties that is the only thing going through my head. If I happen to drop my gun into a well-used porta potty, I might just report it stolen. Well, that's a joke. Has that ever happened to anybody? If you have had an unfortunate toilet time mishap with your firearm? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to read it. Also, I'm sorry that happened to you. I forgot we also missed out on all the good
I have been under threat of that with my old concealed carry holster. That just, it was a really nice holster, except for the part where it would only hold the gun if it was pointing straight up and down. The moment you start to angle it, there was no friction. I even used grip tape, and it just would not hold on to the gun. I have since just gotten a nice elastic soft holster that holds onto that thing tight. I can flip the holster upside down and shake it, and the thing doesn't come out. It even has extra loops for spare ammunition. Up to puts the lid down and shut. That is also a very good strategy. That is also a very, very good strategy. That's a good point. And probably the smartest of the answers.
down in the comments. I'd love to read it. Also, I'm sorry that happened to you. I forgot we also missed out on all the good vice presidential debate memes. Got some fucking meme gold came out of that. Gunsmith. Whoever built this gun is an idiot. Me. Definitely had more than a few guns that came into the shop that had us thinking that. It's one thing to have a poorly...
I'm going to brag a little bit. The one that I designed and built, the two owners, who are also SOTs, like Brandon, were geeking out over it when I showed it to them. I haven't fired it yet, but just showed it to them for them to inspect it. And not only did they not have that reaction, they both called it badass. So I am in a very good mood about that. And it means I'm definitely not a Tim Walz builder.
Definitely had more than a few guns that came into the shop that had us thinking that. It's one thing to have a poorly built gun come through. It's another entirely to just look at something and go, my god, these people didn't even bother to get their start in gunsmithing and weapons technology at a place like SDI.
I did not either.
Using the link
I
in
am
the description.
self-taught.
Didn't comment. Local guy adds firearm instructor to bio. His practice score. Firearm instructor in your bio is basically the new public figure on Instagram when you have 30 followers. If you don't know, practice score is something that's used to help score competitions and things like that, which I also wanted to talk about because I just got finished shooting lethal weapons. I ran the FNFNC because, god, the gun's just got some fucking stank on it, right? Or some heat on it, if you will. I think it's my second ever comp. I just had a lot of fun. It was cool. It's like an 80s theme match. And so because of that, I've got some...
His first competition is hilarious because he brought a Makarov to a competition pistol shooting contest. The Makarov is not a competition pistol. It has half the ammunition that you need for that, among other things.
Competition. I had a lot of fun. It was cool. It's like an 80s theme match. And so because of that, I've got some competition memes I wanted to share. Shooter, do you understand the course of fire? Me. If you've never felt what dementia feels like, what amnesia feels like, wait until the RO asks if you understand the course of fire, and then hear a beep. Dementia Simulator
I have done this.
2024.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Also, my buddy Aiden, who also ran the comp with me, had this awesome patch on the back of his GoPro mount. A patch that I recited every time I fucked up my stage plan.
I have not
I'm a
seen
big,
that patch
stupid
before.
idiot, and I cannot shoot this drill. When asked, do you understand the course of fire? I replied, yes. This was a lie. I had to recite the patch twice. But that's why competitions are.
I've never
You get to
seen the
test
patch,
your
so I have been
skills.
yelled at
I've never been a
before.
big competition guy, but I really enjoy it when I get the chance to. So go see if you could find a local one. You might have some fun, and you might find a new hobby. Potentially an expensive one, but a new hobby. One you might have to get a part-time job at McDonald's to afford.
Right.
That's why I always figured I was never going to have to give my children the talk about drugs. I'll just get them invested in guns and ammo, and then I just know that they'll never actually have any extra money for
So true.
big brain move. But I know a lot of you guys are itching to go out there and enjoy your Halloween. I hope you do it. I hope you do it safely. And remember, if you get attacked tonight and feel the need to defend yourself because you're being swarmed by mobs of zombies and ghouls and vampires and monsters that are all about yay high, ask if they want candy first. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Gun Meme Review. And as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks, guys. Stay safe.
Fury is my obsession. To make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to
Did we watch that?
I know they acquired the technical data pack. Oop, shit, that's a gun. I know they acquired the technical data. Sorry, I'm not Italian, but I talk with my hands.
Did we watch the cursed gun thing? Did we watch this? Okay, I guess we're doing a second video then. Because the gun looks familiar, but I cannot remember if we watched this, and well, this looks interesting. So we're gonna do a second video tonight. And not just because I want to reduce the amount of time I'm playing Skyward Sword tonight. But yeah, I have never had to read the patch, but I have been yelled at for completely forgetting what I was doing in the range. I've never seen the patch though, so I think the only reason I never had to read the patch is because they didn't have the patch where I was. I'm also not like a big competition type shooter person. It was just for, can you know, like a drill type thing. Not like a full thing. So, yeah, I legitimately do not remember if we've watched this. So I guess we're just going to. If we have watched this, I am sorry for the repeat. But I am blanking. I'm still super proud about the build thing. So, the most cursed gun ever made. I mean, there's quite a few that can compete for that particular title.
Shotguns are based. Combat rifles are also based. So what would you get if you took a combat rifle, made it a pump action, and added a pump action shotgun underneath it? You'd end up with this. The Crossfire Mark I. It takes the best part of a combat rifle and...
I know a tiny bit about this. They were extremely ambitious to assume there's going to be a Mark II at some point.
This. The Crossfire Mark I. It takes the best part of a combat rifle and removes it all to make it an over-under hybrid with a pump-action shotgun. Why would you do this? F if I know. But today we're going to take a look at this cursed relic from the assault weapons ban and determine how bad does it suck.
I got an idea, and it's a bad one. And I have most of the parts to do half of it.
Fuck this thing. How does a fucking arm work out? So I just try to pump that forward, but it's so sticky up at the front and doesn't want to lock. There you go, finally got it. That if I don't go all the way forward...
I have used some crappy pump actions. None of them come even close to that thing. Seen this video twice before and I'm still physical agony on this third viewing. Yeah, one of my eyes is actually starting to hurt, and I'm hoping it's this gun and not the eye actually hurting. My bad idea, for the record, is to just build a combination AR shotgun. I have most of the AR parts I need. I'd need a barrel for sure. I don't have any of the shotgun parts I need, though, because I really don't do shotguns. But I could. I could do that.
And then I come back, it'll just eject a live round onto the fucking ground. See, you really got to force it forward, or else you're just ejecting fucking live rounds, because the gun doesn't want to go into battery, because this gun doesn't want to fucking exist. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Crossfire Mark I. It is a hybrid pump-action 12-gauge shotgun and pump-action 5.56 rifle, taking AR-15 magazines. No, the AR-15 portion is not semi-auto, both are pump-action. This bad boy was accurately described by Ian as a creature from the assault weapons ban, and it's fucking terrible. But
Which
since it
had
did
no
come out in
effect on crime.
1999-ish, what we do have is a bitchin' VHS instructional video.
Welcome. We would like to introduce to you and to take a few minutes to familiarize you to a new...
Is this the same narrator that talks about the missile? Is this the same narrator that talks about the missile? We're gonna listen to the video, and then I'm gonna go find the missile.
We would like to introduce...
Is a bitchin' VHS instructional video.
Welcome. We would like to introduce to you and to take a few minutes to familiarize you to a new concept in long gun technology, the Crossfire MK1. The MK1 is the first multi-shot dual-caliber firearm ever produced. Because of its uniqueness, the MK1 operates differently than any other conventional pump-action firearm.
So the overall premise seems to be a kind of neat gimmick.
Worst part is, I can explain what this guy's saying when he says this. That is the worst part about this whole thing, is as a programmer, I can explain, well, as a programmer who works on missiles, I can explain all this.
The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater, it obtains a difference or deviation.
This has
The
got to be the
guidance
same guy.
subsystem uses deviations to generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't, and arriving at a position where it wasn't, it now is. Consequently, the position where it is now the position that it wasn't, and it follows that the position that it was is now the position.
This is real and is pulled from an actual Air Force training video.
It now is. Consequently, the position where it is now the position that it wasn't, and it follows that the position that it was is now the position that it isn't. In the event that the position that it is in is not the position that it wasn't, the system has acquired a variation. The variation being the difference between where the missile is
to an
and where it
existential
wasn't.
crisis.
If variation is considered to be a significant factor, it too may be corrected by the GEA. However, the missile must also know where it was. The missile guidance computer scenario works as follows. Because a variation has modified some of the information the missile has obtained, it is not sure just where it is. However, it is sure where it isn't, within reason, and it knows where it was. It now subtracts where it should be from where it wasn't, or vice versa. And by differentiating this from the algebraic sum of where it shouldn't be and where it was, it is able to obtain the deviation and its variation, which is called error.
I'm not doing it tonight, but maybe sometime I'll pull up like a whiteboard and we can actually explain what that means in terms that make sense. Because while all of that works, it is explained in the absolute worst way you could possibly do it. Which I think we can all agree is pretty correct for what it is. That is par for the course. But yeah, that has to be the same guy with just a different quality microphone. 100%. I refuse to believe otherwise.
Gimmick.
The MK1 is the first multi-shot dual-caliber firearm ever produced. Because of its uniqueness, the MK1 operates differently than any other conventional pump-action firearm.
So the overall premise seems to be a kind of neat gimmick, right? You have an all-in-one weapon system where you have a shotgun up top and you have a rifle down on the bottom, allowing you to shoot both close range with a shotgun or reach out a little bit further with a rifle. And altogether, for being two guns jammed into one, it's really not super heavy, which is kind of cool. Although don't get me wrong, it is still pretty hefty, and you'd assume with that extra weight, it would recoil a little smoother.
Hello and welcome.
Let me show you how to load it real quick before I tell you why this
Yeah,
is...
Lamont Revolver says hi, and really, I did not know that. I'm glad you're okay, though. Holy crap. Yeah, I did not know that, but I'm really glad that you're okay. I'm sorry, dude. I feel sorry for that guy if these are the kind of jobs he's doing. I think he also did one of the Turbo Encabulator videos, but I am not hunting for that right now.
Literally the worst gun I think I own. I don't throw this word around a lot. I think it's kind of overused, but this is genuinely a cursed gun. So the obvious one down here, we've got the AR-15 magazine. Magazine release is over here on the left side. You push that down, take your magazine out, stick it back in. The shotgun is actually this tube in the rear that acts as your stock. So you get kind of like a chin weld right there on where your magazine is. You depress this little button in the back and you can pull it straight out, which is where you load your shotgun shells into this tube here. That's already stuck. Nice. There you go. 60% of the time, it works every time. Why? This tube holds 4 rounds. Don't use them all in one place, I guess. We have our button here on the side.
That's
in the
awful.
middle is safe. This is what disables the trigger. And then you can choose between shotgun at the top and rifle down on the bottom. So now you know the basics on how to work the gun. Now my favorite part, why it's a piece of shit. Now the typical pump action shotgun, like this Shorty Remington 870 that we have here, you pump it, and then when it's forward, it locks, unless you depress a little lever. The Mossbergs have it in a different place, but the Remington 870 has it right here. So it's locked till you depress that lever, and then you can freely pump the shotgun as necessary, or pull the trigger, in which case it then unlocks it for one more round, allowing you to lock it.
Keltec has done this a lot better. One sec. Oh wait, no, that's not a combination. Never mind. They do not have one, but they are working on one. Keltec does not currently have one, but they are in fact actively working on one. Cool. Keltec.
In place, fire, in which case it then unlocks it for one more round, allowing you to lock it in place, fire, and then be able to eject the cartridge and load a new one. So that's how this one works. Just kidding. Gun's clear, of course. There's no ammunition in it.
Keltec, for all the insane ideas they have, at least the end result seems to work. Keltec is a bunch of Florida men rednecks given a lot of a certain white powder and told to go ham. And their stuff does work, which is the wildest part. Almost everything Keltec produces is insane and different, but it also is some of the most consistently working stuff out there. So it's like, you know, you might as well go for it. Though, I mean, their design process has to be weird. It's got to be wild to watch their engineers figure out a new gun.
So that's how this one works. Just kidding. Gun's clear, of course. There's no ammunition in it, but you can fire, and that doesn't unlock your pump, because why would it? There is no lever or obvious mechanism on here to unlock the pump manually. It's instead at the front, where you have to pull these tabs
Why?
forward to be able to release the pump, and then lock it back. With a lot
doesn't
of
even have a
force,
round
because the
in
pump
it.
action is spring-loaded in the direction that keeps the pump out of battery. It is
Why?
impossible for me to tell you how infuriating that is. So yeah, you literally have to pull on this tab.
Can you take
from
the
both sides,
spring
not just
out?
one. So there's two sides of this tab. You have to pull forward, and then sometimes it releases. There you go. Now it releases. Or, my favorite one, you can also just decide to shake it violently, and then it'll release. It's actually easier just to twist and shake it to get it to pump, which is why I think it releases under recoil. I guess that's a feature. If you already hate this gun, don't worry, we're just getting started.
Not gonna lie,
Releasing it under recoil and not like some gas or mechanical function is horrifically bad. That is absolutely awful. You do not want it to release it under recoil because of that. It means you can bump it out of battery. Oh yeah, fiddling around the muzzle after reload is also an absolutely horrible idea. See the Zip 22 for reasons why that's bad.
not very impressed with this gun so far. That's why I'm going to take a little break and talk about something else. Firearm storage. As you can tell, I'm a pretty big fan of putting guns on display, but depending on your situation, you might need something a little more secure. So where you might want to check out our new sponsor, BOIII Safety. They have a variety of options for rifle, shotgun, and pistol storage. It's biometric, and it has a manual override if you're concerned about that sort of thing. Here's my Carry 43S and their Reach Safe. Biometric scanner's right there, so all I have to do is press my finger there, and it releases in 0.2 seconds. Also stores up to 10 fingerprints, so you can add yourself, your wife, a trusted friend, or if you're lonely, just every one of your 10 fingerprints, just in case. If you want to check them out, you can save $30 on your purchase using the code Herrera. Links are in the description and the pinned comment. We appreciate BOIII Safety. Back to the video.
ADD break. So this White Claw penetration test is actually going to be kind of interesting because we're going to see the difference in energy between both the rifle part and the shotgun part at close distance. All right, so let's start with rifle on the left side. I really wish I could convey just how bad this pump action is. There we go. Hopefully that works. All right, firing. Rifle. 3, 2, 1. Well, it seems to have done the trick. Switch over to shot. Oh, I forgot. I gotta fucking pump it first. Except, fuck me.
Did the magazine
pump it first? To be able to switch it over to shotgun, so that I can fucking pump it again. Unload the gun. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All right. Blew the fucker in half.
I can't imagine why anyone would get
So we have our rifle round. Of course, had no issue dispatching the White Claw. And the shotgun round, well, did shotgun things. But enough about the shotgun for now. Let's go to the other half of this bat.
That is such a cripplingly bad... I can't, even with the assault weapons ban, I can't imagine why... There were better things on the market that weren't banned than this monstrosity. This feels like something designed by someone who has never used, operated, or designed a gun before and thought, hey, I can do that. No. Absolutely not. Also, I feel like if we did watch this, I have completely blocked this video from my mind. So, I again apologize for anyone who didn't and is getting a second dose of this. Oh man, this gun sucks. Holy crap. And it's huge for what it is. I mean, a rifle and a shotgun combination is going to be big, but this feels like it's just unnecessarily large.
Bastard hybrid guns. But enough about the shotgun for now. Let's go to the other half of this bastard hybrid gun. let's go to the rifle setting. So before we even get started on the pump part of this, let's go ahead and take out our magazine, because this bad boy usually comes with 10 to 20 round magazines, which makes sense. It was the assault weapons ban. You couldn't exactly put these out with 30 round magazines. You know, the same assault weapons ban that showed no decrease in crime whatsoever, that 10-year period where assault weapons actually got banned. Didn't fucking change anything. Gun laws don't work. Wild.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Anyhow, this really needs to run with 20 round or fewer magazines, because if you try to throw standard capacity magazines or drums in this, despite the fact that they fit and it's advertised to fit with standard capacity magazines, it actually adds so much friction to the pump action. It's because it's so tight that it won't run. So they fit and you can use them, they just don't work. That's like asking if a ride at an amusement park is safe for someone with a heart condition, and they say yes, and then they put in a little caveat, as long as you don't mind having a fucking heart attack. I think what's most infuriating about this is actually, and I believe this is how they did it in the early prototypes of this gun, that never ended up making it to market. You could have just run a gas tube here. I mean, you've got an AR-15 style bolt right here. Like, this is an AR-15 bolt. That is an AR-15 bolt locking into an AR-15 barrel with an AR-15 barrel nut. Like, all of the guts are right there already. You just need to run a gas tube to actually run the action, some sort of gas key there to make this semi-automatic. So it could have been completely compliant pump action, one pump, and then the rest of it is semi-automatic until you run out of ammunition, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure that's the way the original prototypes were supposed to work. But apparently that was too difficult because these people were shitters and they couldn't figure it out, so they just said, fuck you, the entire thing is pump action because we can't figure out the bare fucking minimum. So yeah, we have an AR-15 on the bottom that can take stand.
That is very close to what I was thinking of doing. Just run an AR-15 as the whole lower with the shotgun on top of it.
Standard capacity AR-15 mags, but don't fucking do it because it won't work. By the way, it's pump action only because we couldn't figure out how to make it semi-auto, because fuck you, we don't care. By the way, the price point on this thing was $2 fucking grand when it came out. Right, it wasn't $2 grand, it was like $1,900 in 1999. For reference, you could still buy AKs for like $300, $400. The Ferrari at the time of shotguns, the Spaz 12, you can buy for like $1,400, $1,500. And this piece of shit was $2 fucking grand. That's like paying good money for a high-end.
I can get a Kel-Tec KSG 25 for $1,000 today. That is a 25 shot shotgun because Kel-Tec is nuts. And it's $1,000.
And blue chip hooker and getting your Uncle Jerry in a banana hammock instead. Just to be clear, at that time you could buy a nice shotgun and a nice AR for less than you would spend on this, both put together in a way that doesn't really fucking work. And if you thought the shotgun was bad, just wait till you see the rifle. I was genuinely having to dump out live rounds because I was not getting enough momentum to get it all the way forward. And I would have to come back in order to get the momentum to go all the way into battery, eject the live round I just almost loaded, and then have to give it a shitload of ass just to go forward. Or, you know, I could just have a semi-auto. So if you've been thinking this whole time...
You can hear how rickety and awful that mechanism is. Something a lot of people don't realize is that AR-15 bolts are actually, even for semi-autos, the AR-15 bolt mechanism actually requires a pretty violent shove forward in order to work. That's why your standard AR-15 has that big long tube at the end. That is just all spring. That tube is all spring to shove the bolt forward. We've only recently gotten to where we can make half decent collapsing bolts, so you don't need that whole spring mechanism at the back. Trying to do that by hand because of the how the locking lugs work. Trying to do that by hand with that absolutely awful because you can hear how bad it is. It sounds like a Nerf gun with how loud it is when you pump it. A good pump actually is fairly quiet. You just get the actual clicks at the end. This is causing me pain now.
Brandon, you're really exaggerating about how bad this, the pump is on this pump action. It can't
No,
be that
I
bad.
can hear it.
Just put your man hands on it. No. This is a pump action shotgun. This is actually a Serbu Super Shorty modified Remington 870. This is how easy a pump action shotgun should be. That is a normal pump action shotgun.
See?
This
Even those are known to be a little rattly.
is not normal, no matter how much the New World Order tells you it is. I will not eat the bugs. I will not live in the pod. I will not use the shitty shotgun.
This motion is not a difficult movement. It is just different than what most people are used to.
You can
This
see that guy is
how
like
easy
practiced.
pump shotgun should be.
Hold
This
on, wait a minute.
is the shitty shotgun.
This motion is not a difficult movement. It is just different than what most people are used to.
How easy pump shotgun.
It is just different than what most people are used to.
There's an awful lot of size in this guy's sleeves. And you could see how violent he has to be with this in order to pump it. This feels like they got someone with some pretty strong arms in order to get that to work. And then they tried to hide it with a really big jacket. They knew exactly what they were selling.
This motion is not a difficult movement. It is just different than what most people are used to.
This is how easy pump shotgun should be. This is why everybody knows and loves the pump action shotgun. Easy. Been thinking about doing a video on this. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. I think they're neat little shotguns, so if you'd like to see this featured in a video, let me know down in the comments. Now, I don't want this gun to exist, and as it turns out, the gun agrees with me because it is constantly trying to kill itself all the time. For example, let's go back to that safety here. So a fun feature about the safety, it disables the trigger. But what I...
Xaifax Nexus, thank you for the raid. Hi, welcome. I hope tonight finds you well. Hope you've been having a good time. What were you playing? What were you doing? What were you watching? Brandon isn't weak either, so that's saying so. Yeah, Brandon is also not particularly weak. Hey, hi. Thank you for the raid, and I hope tonight finds you well. Welcome, raiders. We are being masochists by watching Brandon talk about an absolutely horrific gun. Then we're going to move on to Skyward Sword. Which I also just realized my Twitch settings are probably wrong again. I apologize. So what are you doing? Nope, I am on just chatting. Yay! While I wait for you to type and or pass out, because if this is at the end of the stream, I know how that goes. I'm gonna hit play and then we'll pause again.
I found out, thanks to the Cabela's, the fine folks at Cabela's who I bought this originally from, specifically the poor guy who had to maintenance it, if you pump the gun on safe, you can break it irrevocably. Just gonna run that by you one more time. If you try to pump the gun while it is on the safe position, the gun breaks itself.
Designed for maximum performance, built to last. Crossfire.
You know what happens when you flip a regular shotgun to safe and pump it? You pump the gun.
That's how you're supposed to load them.
As to, be able to safely eject the cartridges without being in the fire position. That made too much sense because you cannot do it on this gun. Not only that, the entire polymer construction of this weapon actually feels like it's going to fall apart at any minute. Even the metal parts, super awkward and flimsy, but especially just this entire receiver.
The thing I made, which is about 70% plastic, doesn't have that kind of flex in it. The plastic one that I made doesn't flex like that metal thing did. I am angrily holding it. Because I have it right here next to me. What? God is dead and the Crossfire Mark 1 creators. I don't know if they could. I'm pretty sure their thing jammed immediately when they tried. Oh my... What? Alright, I'm just going to set that down. Oh, I do have a safe, and most of my stuff is in my safe. But I'm a little bit like Moist Critical in that having some stuff in reach just in case seems like a good idea, especially after having had 3 attempted break-ins. 3!
Receiver, group, stock thing, the frame, I guess you would say, is just all pretty much one-piece polymer that feels like it belongs to a $15 paintball gun. If I paid $2 grand for this back in 1999, I'd be going to the fucking Better Business Bureau. This gun is genuinely bad as a first draft, but it is comically bad for a production firearm. It's like they didn't even bother getting their start in gunsmithing or weapons design before shitting this together. I mean, they could have done at sdi.edu using the links in the description, but they didn't, even do that. But you know what? Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should just maintenance the gun. I should just, lubricate it and just take it apart and make sure that everything is clean, there's no burrs, and maybe it would be running better. Oh, fucking wait, I can't. You're not supposed to. I was highly advised against opening this gun up and checking out the guts, which I love to do, but apparently this gun just breaks itself again.
Built to last.
It actually specifies in the owner's manual that the owner of the gun is not supposed to disassemble it. You're supposed to send it back to Crossfire so one of their armorers can take a look at it, or take it to a Crossfire-approved gunsmith, which you can't do because Crossfire went out of business before Shrek came out. It's got a really cool feature where if you unscrew the bottom of the...
That sounds an awful lot like a lot of this. You bought it, but you don't own it nonsense, where it's technically still belongs to the factory. You're just using it for now because we're letting you. That is what that policy feels like.
Grip here, it moves, and fuck you, man. I don't care. If you really want to make this gun absolutely impossible
so it lasted less than 2 years.
You can take out the optional foregrip.
Crossfire does offer an accessory forward assist handle if needed.
I give up. Fuck this gun. Pretty sure I broke it. Now, Brandon, why are you giving the Crossfire such a hard time? I mean, it was the assault weapons ban, the government's cracking down on what you can and cannot manufacture. All sorts of companies had to do stupid things to make their guns compliant. Why are you harping on this one so much? Well, because they didn't have to go as far as they did. This gun right here is the BOIII DR200. This was a perfectly legal gun to own and import during the assault weapons ban. It is a semi-automatic 5.56. Objectively better in every single conceivable way. Fun little history fact. This bad boy was actually the Roof Korean special. Yes, when our Oriental friends were voting from the rooftops, they were using this. And if you heard BOIII, you thought, hey, is that the car manufacturer? Yes, it's actually the same company. They're also the same manufacturer as the USAS 12, which we just recently did a video on as well. But as you can see, no stupid gimmicks, no pump action needed. This is a semi-automatic 5.56 rifle, or 223 if you really want to accurately mean. The only thing they needed to be compliant was smaller magazines, even though it takes standard capacity magazines and extended capacity just fine. And this thumbhole stock right here. Thumbhole stocks were actually very popular during the assault weapons ban, where you had things like even AKs had the Mac 90s with the thumbhole stocks. The point being, my dear Dr. Grant, is that no matter how hard the government will crack down, life finds a way. And you can still end up with a pretty cool rifle, which a lot of times can still be converted to its original assault configuration. You don't have to do dumb shit like that. Also, I just really wanted to show off the BOIII for you anime fans out there. You're pretty fucking weird, but I still love you. I throw you a bone every now and again. I've been thinking a lot about my final thought.
This thing feels like a company that was waiting for the ban that said, okay, the ban is out. Now we're going to make the cheapest thing we possibly can for the most amount of money that we possibly can, and see if we can get away with it. See if we can make some money in a hurry when we supposedly don't have any competition. That is what this feels like. This feels like one of those things that a company throws out when they think they aren't going to have any competition and just want to make as much money as they can before other people make something that actually is good. Knowing that was Shrek makes me feel old. I didn't get into Shrek till really late, and even then I'm kind of on it, so I don't feel so old.
Thoughts on the... I throw you a bone every now and again. You know, I've been thinking a lot about my final thoughts on the Crossfire Mark I. You know, is it a piece of, you know, firearm history due to the assault weapons ban and some of the crazy things that came out of it? Is it... Thank you for that. Is it just an overall failure of, you know, overzealous weapons designers, probably on substances, trying to just shit something out to make a quick buck? And I think where I've landed on it is I want to say that this gun is just fucking gay. But then I thought about it a little harder, and I realized that the gay community does not deserve to be lumped in with this gun. They didn't do anything to wrong me in such a way that I would include them with this, so I'll settle for cursed. This is the most cursed production firearm I've ever shot. Whatever. That's the Crossfire Mark I. I hope you guys enjoyed watching.
He should give this to Scott to blow up. See if they could figure out a way to rig both the shotgun shell and the rifle shell to go off at the same time. High points are good guns. Even Forgotten Weapons says high points are good guns. Gun Jesus himself has given High Point the seal of approval. I don't want to hear that.
This video more than I enjoyed filming it, because I'll be honest, bad weapon design puts me...
Also, Demolition Ranch fought High Points and the High Points won.
Watching this video more than I enjoyed filming it, because I'll be honest, bad weapon design puts me in a bad mood. But aside from how shitty this gun may or may not be, what do you think about the Crossfire Mark I? Is it a cool concept that was very poorly executed? Are you a Crossfire defender full of copium? Or do you think it was just a bad idea from the start and there's a reason why nobody's really done it since? I know we got some cool range content coming out in the next couple weeks, including Ted Kaczynski and killing Hitler. I'm not kidding, but you have to go down and subscribe to make sure those pop up in your feed. I appreciate you guys for giving me the best job on the planet. I appreciate you. Thank you for staying all the way to the end of the video. And I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers next time. Thanks.
Yeah, we can go with Taurus. So I'll wait for the clip to end, then I'll explain Gun Jesus.
It's like paying good money for a high-end blue chip hooker and getting your Uncle Jerry in a banana hammock instead. I'm not sure if I can get this line out. That's like paying money for a high-end blue chip hooker and getting your Uncle Jerry in a banana hammock instead. So close. Not the bees. Not the bees.
Okay. So, what am I talking about with Gun Jesus? So, there's a channel called Forgotten Weapons. And it's run by a man named Ian McCollum, who is frequently referred to as Gun Jesus for two reasons. One, he kind of looks like a stereotypical portrayal of Jesus, with his frame and the long hair and the long beard and all that. So, and sometimes even with how he dresses. The reason he is Gun Jesus is because his Forgotten Weapons channel is sort of well, not sort of. It is the most informative gun channel ever made. His site has an incredible amount of information. He basically has talked about and explained more stuff about the history of firearms, about a lot of firearms that are otherwise completely forgotten by history, that just no one else would remember if not for him. And so he's just like seen as the expert, and there's a lot of places that will go to him and bring him in, everything from auction houses to manufacturers to rare collectors. Our old friend Jonathan Ferguson has actually given props to Ian for just how much he knows about firearms relative to anyone else on the planet. He actually dressed up as Jesus for Halloween. Of course he did. I think it was HK who put out a Gun Jesus image to it, and it looked like Ian. Yep. I think you're right. And so he is the person that knows about. Basically, if he gives something his seal of approval or he hates something, most people literally take it as gospel in the firearm community. And he has given High Points the seal of approval, even though apparently his greatest rival is a High Point collector. Which I think's hilarious. And like I said, Demolition Ranch fought High Points and the High Points won. I can't remember another channel I saw that also attempted to destroy High Points and couldn't. Yep. Keep your firearms and artillery for the Royal Weapons Museum. Yep. So, and for those of you who have no idea what we're going on about with High Points, the short version is that High Points are a dirt cheap brand of firearms that are known for being big, blocky, ugly, and with kind of crappy magazine capacities. They're these huge guns with very low ammo counts. But the reason for that is because High Point wanted to make the most reliable firearm they could for the least amount of money that they could. So they ended up with using some very, very low quality metal and using some very, very simple mechanisms in them that require the guns to be extremely bulky in order to still be safe. Though, because of that, it has created some interesting idiosyncrasies within the weapons, and that you are effectively holding a brick with a trigger. But because of that, they are actually surprisingly accurate and easy to use, especially for new people. Because they don't use a traditional tilting block barrel, like most handguns, where the barrel actually tips up a little bit in order to let the slide move back and forth. They use a straight blowback. The barrel is pinned in place and fixed, which actually means that the barrel itself is more accurate because it doesn't move at all. There's no way for it to move. Though this is part of the reason why it has such a big, heavy slide then, is it needs all that weight when it fires so it doesn't just blow back instantly. Would be right at Hope at Cyberpunk? They probably would. However, all that weight, that makes the gun heavy, which a lot of people don't like, but it also reduces the recoil. Combined with the fact that it's a very fat gun, I mean, its grip is huge. So there's a lot of contact with your hand when you hold it, that it actually has very, very little recoil relative to other guns of the same caliber. And there's a couple different calibers. So, like the 9mm have less recoil than 9mm Glock, for example. The 45s have less recoil than a 1911, that kind of stuff. So, even though they're very large guns that only have like 7 or 8 round magazines, the Glock size comparison has a 17 round magazine. They are very lightly recoiling. They are very, very accurate, and they are very, very reliable. And it's next to impossible to actually break them. I do not encourage people to do this. This was just in testing type environments, but I've seen people fill the barrel with concrete and they'll still fire. They'll blow the concrete out. I've seen people hammer nails and spikes into the end of the barrel and it blows that. It will either blow them out, or even if it doesn't, the gun actually doesn't explode. It unlike a lot of firearms which will explode. So even when it doesn't actually fire, it fails in such a way that would be safe to the user. Again, I don't recommend you to go out and just test it and, like, oh, I'm going to do this and then hold the gun out. No, don't do that. I'm just saying that, you look up some tests. These things have gone through some incredible punishment in testing for people trying to prove how crappy they are, and almost universally get proven that they are indestructible. The high point is, I kid you not, it's called the Yeet Cannon, is the handgun. It is the high point Yeet Cannon. Is the Nokia of handguns. So there is my impassioned defense of the high point. Because I went down a rabbit hole like 4 years ago on this thing. But like I said, even Ian McCollum has said everything I just said, basically. They're big, they're ugly, they're heavy, and they are indestructible and reliable. And when it comes to a handgun, indestructible and reliable are pretty good things to run on. Yeah, their reputation is based on memes, because a lot of people hate that they're heavy and hate how ugly they are, because they are just a brick with a trigger. I will fully admit that high points are pretty ugly firearms, but at the end of the day, unless you're using a crappy magazine, which a crappy magazine will ruin any handgun or rifle, if you need a handgun on a budget, the high point is there for you. They also come with lifetime warranties, where no matter what happens, you can send it back to the factory and they will just send you a new one. They won't even bother trying to fix it. It's just like, okay, we'll take that and give you this. There you go. Just pay your postage, I think. It's a warranty, so they might not even make you pay your postage. And if you run out of ammo, it still beats. Yeah, the high point is so heavy that it can also be used as a bludgeon or a thrown projectile in a worst case scenario. I actually think high points are heavier than my big thing that I built, that if my cameras work tomorrow, you'll be able to see. So yeah, that is my high point rant. And while I do own some nicer stuff and have built some nicer stuff, I do actually own a 9mm Yeet Cannon. And it is mostly just because I wanted something called the Yeet Cannon, and I paid $99 for it. And it came with a safe. It came with both a safe and a trigger lock. It was basically, I bought a gun safe and got a high point. That is effectively what happened, is I bought a safe and got a high point with it. Which is absolutely hilarious. I don't know that they're still in the $99 range. I think the prices have gone up with everything else. I'm going to look this up now. High point Yeet Cannon. There's a high point YC9, which, yes, I'm not joking when I say it is, the YC stands for Yeet Cannon. They let the internet name their gun and have regretted it ever since. But I guarantee you that it has sold firearms for them. I refuse to believe that people, that name alone didn't sell any. That is... Let's see. Just a quick search. Their local place shows one for $160. So they've gone up a little bit. Yeah, I bought it for the name. You're right. You are correct. I bought it for the name, so I have guaranteed that I am correct and that some people bought it just for the name. But like I said, at $99, I effectively bought a gun safe and it came with it. But yeah, there's still a sub $200 gun, which for handguns is... For any other brand or model, I would be scared about the safety of the firearm. But High Point's reputation is such that, yeah, sure, you know what you're getting. Are you sure they regret it? I mean, you know what? You make a point. They might... I don't know that they didn't just embrace the fact that it is called the Yeet Cannon. Got the YC9 for 9mm, the Yeet Cannon 45 for 45, the Yeet Cannon 40 for 40 auto, Yeet Cannon 10 for 10mm. It goes on and on and on. All right. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a short break, and we're actually going to do zombies first, and then finish with Skyward Sword with whatever time we have left. I want to try to see if I can finish the ritual on stream. I don't know if I can, but we'll see what happens. But we are so far in, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I am annoyed with Skyward Sword. So I will be back in a couple minutes now that I have finished ranting about High Points. And it is not my standard gun. I've talked about it before. I carry a Hellcat as my standard gun. All right, I will see you guys in a couple minutes. Okie dokie, let's get zombies up. I'm going to do a quick retweet round. And then we're going to get going. I also need to change Twitch so they don't yell at me again. Speak of the devil, Moist Critical is live right now. Oh, there goes all my Twitch viewers. Holy? Holy? What now? What's this? What is up with my volume? What, was that loud? You got really loud, then soft? I don't have an explanation for that. Except maybe crappy programming once again causing issues. We really gonna do this? Now we're sort of back. Ish. Why are you doing that? Oddly softer now than it was before. I haven't changed anything. My microphone is where it was. My settings are where they were. Unless the game, which is entirely possible, unless the game changed my settings on me, I should be where I was. Also, I realized, Rippy, that I never actually answered your one concern. I apologize for that. The reason that Noise doesn't have a pause button is because I'm not playing games that they're supposed to play on that site. And that you're supposed to play games on that site that they have gamified with the site that allow them to interact with things. And so you can't pause because you can't pause the interactions. Am I still softer? Is my audio? I'm going to boost my audio. I don't know what's going on, but I boosted my audio a little bit. Let's see how that goes. And I know... One moment. Why only the approved games? Because they cannot gamify literally everything. Alright, I gotta do this for a second in order to change a setting. I forgot. There we go. Just in case, I don't trust options menus. Alright. I have done some practice. I still haven't actually completed the ritual, but I have done some practice to get better at this. So let's see if that's gonna pay off or not. With our weirdly stacked cast. I'm gonna let this play for the first time.
Hey, you. I know I yelled at you real bad. I know I said some things I shouldn't have said. But I was just angry. Upset. You know how close I am to this movie deal. I mean, they know about my dancing, but those pictures... You don't want to mess up my chance for stardom, do you, baby? What do you say? You bring over those prints and we can make up.
Hey, we got a problem. A big problem. The mayor's trying to make a name for himself, sticking his nose where it don't belong. He's looking into allegations of police bribery. What do you say we get together at the usual joint? Talk things through. Figure out a way to put this to bed before it gets out of hand. Trust me, have I ever steered you wrong before?
I ain't fought in 18 months. I'm stepping at the last minute. I only got 2 weeks to train. But the outcome ain't in any doubt. See, I ain't leaving nothing to chance. He may be the #1 contender, but his career ends tonight. Just make sure the ref knows to look the other way, because this ain't gonna be pretty. But once it's done, once you collect your debts and your bets, I get my shot at the title.
I do understand the seriousness of the situation. Why else would I be talking to my lawyer? But just to be clear, can you please tell me precisely how much debt my wife has accumulated? Do you happen to know if our life insurance policies are fully paid up? No, no. I can assure you, I'd never, ever think of taking such a course of action. No, I just want to make sure that our affairs are in order.
I have been watching. I have seen each and every one of your misdeeds. I know who you are. But questions remain. Why do you do the things you do? Do you not see the futility of your tiny, insignificant existence? You are but fragments of a bigger universe. Your sins serve only as an invitation. An invitation to an evil beyond your imagination. I'll lead the way. I will show you the path. Only through me, the Shadow Man, will you find your redemption.
It'd be pretty cool to see like them all get together and do like a live action of this.
You bear the mark. You are cursed. You must place your hand upon the stone.
I can hear you. Jeez, are you the one I saw in my dream?
That's not the right button.
Ah, the gardener's friend.
Well, we are off to a great start. I screwed up. And I need that to be double points anyway, so... Yeah, that would be a thing, alright. Alright, let's hope we get double points and hope I actually get it done.
Hey, you.
You bear the mark. You are cursed. You must place your hand upon the stone.
I don't think this is a dream. This looks like weed killing.
Double points! Double points! Okay.
Did I just turn into a freaking octopus monster?
Double points.
Yes, you
Never
did.
look a gift horse in the mouth.
Now, as much as I want the points, I need to not...
How do we know this stuff isn't poison? This key seems too important to leave lying around.
The keepers are here. They have begun their dark work.
Maybe I could write a note. Tell everyone how I really feel. Bring it on. I ain't scared. Okay, so you got the first hit.
The keepers will keep coming.
Now,
They will not rest
ignore the
this world
zombie.
belongs to their overlords. This is a room of secrets. Do you know what I speak of? Here we go. The ritual.
Oh god, this is a nightmare. It has to be.
Fight's over. I ain't got enough bullets to deal with all these freaks.
No, I don't. Okay.
This thing alive? Do I need to freeze it?
The world must be taken to the sacred place. Only then will you have the means to repel the unearthly horde.
Like I should listen to you?
4 must be collected. Only then can we prevent the destruction of the
Okay.
They are coming. They have already corrupted this world with their twisted malfeasance. You are chosen. You are marked. You are cursed.
I don't think this is a dream.
Please. Okay.
I need some bullets. Double quick.
I have the sprayer, which I never used last time.
There's something inside here.
Okay, I could take double points.
Double points.
Time to cash in.
Ooh, and max ammo. Sweet, sweet,
Not
sweet.
a moment too soon.
Indeed. I need more zombies. Yeah, if you get sprayers, you can spray the pods, which may have things, or they may just hurt you. Now, once again, one to leave one zombie alive. Okay, added double points. Okay, there is a zombie there. I'm gonna have to assume you're the last one for now. I've got to be really, really economical.
This don't belong to me, unless I take it from the champ
with my
Why is it never a fair fight? Don't try and fight me on the inside.
Okay, there's 2 zombies. Right, and I can get a free you.
Anyone think to
Not
check
a great
the
one.
expiration date on this shit?
Alright, I think that's the only zombie I'm gonna get. So I have no choice. Darn it, I wanted to use the other one. Crap, I should have used the other one. I'm really gonna have to make this count. Ha! Got it.
Maybe the magic man's pulling some kind of trick on all of us.
Ah. Alright, I need to just kind of live with it. I hope this is enough.
The boxing gym.
Nope. Leave me alone. I don't need a new point yet. No! Ah! Sorry about that. No, 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 leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone.
Is still here. The shifting side, wrenched from its rightful place. Many of the souls who inhabit it have succumbed to darkness. They are echoes of themselves, trapped in the shadow.
I always hated every rat bastard in this stinking shithole.
Ah.
Give me that. I ain't got time to go looking for anything better.
Bang! Right in the kisser. Bad bit. I'm wearing you down.
No, 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 I don't have my quick revive. Which I really need. I cannot afford to have lost those 500 points.
You're gonna punch yourself out, big guy. I think that one knocked out his teeth. Body shots ain't doing shit.
Okay.
See what happens? Get in the ring with me?
Ah! Unfortunately, I need the heart. So I need to give up that. Oh!
I like how we just eat things without questioning.
Slightly
where they
better.
come from.
Ah! I can't do that. I can't end the round. I hope I got that. Good.
Coming back from that, my bones really start to ache. Out of all the things I could find, I find the damn toupee.
Yep, quick revive now. I needed to make sure I had the points to do the other stuff, and my eye just started acting up. Unfortunately, I also need another weapon because I am rapidly running out of ammo. So I'm going to have to do the plant bulbs, even though they're not yet up to the good side, or the good levels yet, because they grow each round. But I don't have a lot of choices if I want to get my quick revive back. And then I want to do, again, I want to try to do the ritual when I only have one zombie left. You can see that doing this solo is a whole thing. But I really did not want... Okay, there's a zombie there. I don't know if that's the only one.
Gotta keep hydrated, I suppose.
The other one disappeared. Because they will die and then respawn closer. That we might be down to one zombie. Nope, we're down to two.
What do we have here?
Oh, I actually don't need that right now.
Weeds don't belong. Not here, not there.
Okay, there was another zombie. Okay.
They break it down, we build it up.
Because those can have guns in them, or ammunition. Or a max ammo, which would be great, because at least it could refill what I have. I think that really might be the last zombie this time. Come on. I mean, I could buy the burst fire pistol, but I really don't want to spend more money.
There's something inside here.
Holy crap.
This gun's useless without bullets.
Oh, no, I take it back. I thought that was the ray gun. It is... I got the burst fire pistol for free, but I will take it. I thought it was the ray gun for a second. Glows so good you can't see. Probably. Technically, this is just a skin that I put on, but yeah.
More than any other place in this city, your paths have crossed. Your
Okay.
It ain't gonna be so simple after all. You smell like a roasted turd. Congratulations, you just pissed me off.
Okay, yeah, that was the last zombie. So we're getting a round transfer, but I'm already out here.
You have blood on your hands. It cannot be
to know one thing. How do I beat him?
Only another sacrifice can save their appetite.
FCC now has 12-page dissertation on the matter of caps. Holy crap! Thank you, Rippy. Very appreciated. Holy smokes. I hope you saved a copy. I'd love to read it. Didn't cover everything, just yeah, there's so much to go over with that. I believe that. But seriously, I would love to read it if you saved a copy. Nope, go down, go down! Please, 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 please. Oh! I just barely got away with that. Okay.
Shake it off, Floyd. Come on.
I need money and ammunition. I don't need more camo. Stop it. Okay.
I'm gonna have to start using my fists in a minute.
Yes, I am. Crap. Because I need to open that gate. This is why I was very unhappy about okay. This is why I was very unhappy about losing the 500 for another quick revive.
This badge belongs to Detective Vincent? Let me guess. We brought this on ourselves.
And I am out of ammunition again. I did manage to open that, so I could buy... I gotta take time to think. I could buy a replacement weapon. Either the shotgun or the machine pistol. The real machine pistol, not the burst fire. Oh wait. I might have enough to get more ammunition for the rifle. I might have enough, which would be cheaper if I do. I can't remember if it's just flat 600 or if it is half of what the rifle costs.
Could sure do with finding some ammo about now.
Or we could go back to trolling for plant pods. It's more expensive, but it is also one of the better guns. This is better. Getting this back is technically better than the shotgun or the machine pistol. This does more per shot damage and has one of the highest off-the-wall counts on this map. Ammo counts on this map. I'm gonna call it worth it. So just to let you know, if you complete the Easter eggs for Shadows of Evil through Revelations, including the Giant, you get the RK5 as a starting pistol. Oh, that would be great. Already got all that. I think that's it for this one.
This some fucked up shit.
You leave me alone.
The Ruby Land. Each of you knows this place.
No!
What does it mean to you?
I hate that you can't do this
So what?
while this is equipped.
Your sacrifice has been chosen. Maybe one day I'll be done fighting.
Is this a dream? Please, let this be a dream. Help me!
No!
You got a shot? Think again.
Yes! Okay, we still got through the ritual, which we needed.
That was a hell of a counter. It caught me off guard.
Nothing gonna be any different this time. You're gonna lose again. One by one. You're gonna lose all your heads, monster. You really ought to go down. You're just punishing yourself. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
No! No! Oh!
Like that.
You got lucky. You're about to see a comeback.
Okay. Ooh! As I am once again low on ammo.
Without ammo, things are gonna get real interesting.
Only by invoking the beast can you find the items you need.
But
You must explore the unexplored.
I can afford to actually buy another better gun.
I'm not a superstitious guy, but I'll be taking this for luck.
Yeah, the nuke which clears the map. Ah, burst fire, really? I forgot about this gun, apparently.
Okay, gloves off.
Nope, this was a waste of money.
Touch me again. I'll kill you slow. Lucky punch.
Well...
Looks like we caught a lucky break.
Why did you kill?
If you're talking about the fight, he was still breathing last I heard.
Okay.
It's like a game.
Why is it never a fair fight? You got no power in your punch.
Yeah? Where the hell did it come from?
Out of my way. Okay.
Starting to think being a monster has its advantages.
Okay. Open. Open. Okay, why is... Aha! However, we're not done yet. Before we do that, we need something else. Go away. Oh, that's not good.
You ain't got no power in your punch. I've shit scarier things than you. You were all punched way above your weight.
Aha.
I can only help you if you confess. Only through acceptance can Mark be.
It opened up a ritual area, but before I go in there, I need all the fuses. And to probably buy a different weapon from this. And to get Juggernaut at minimum. Oh wait, crap, I need revive again. I think you only get 3 revives, so this will be my last revive.
Made me feel a little woozy.
Yes, okay.
We can
Sacrifice
use a
his
few more
points,
like
but get some off my back. Where's the Juggernaut? Which means...
Oh boy, that tastes like a damn spit bucket.
Wait, you have to buy revives and you can only buy 3? Yeah, that's about right. I think when you're playing in a team, Quick Revive does not revive you, but it makes it faster for you to revive a teammate. So I don't think it's ever limited in multiplayer.
Ain't looking good. I gotta get some ammo. You hit like a baby.
You must confess.
Life ain't fair, you know. If it was up to the folks who really pull the strings, I'd never get a shot. Putting the #1 contender out of commission will change that.
Use. Where's the fuse? Little glowing blue thing. Where is it?
watching me now, don't you?
Ah!
Could sure do with finding some ammo about now.
Where's the fuse?
Get schooled, fool.
Nope, no minimap. That would make it too easy. The fuse is supposed to be up here somewhere. That's the idea, is you open up these upper areas to open the loops and give you access to the fuse. And it's somewhere up here. If that's the last zombie, I need to leave it. If I can get the fuse, I can activate the Civil Protector for a little backup. Okay, we got a part. Okay, there's two of you. You leave me alone.
A good defense is fundamental.
Fuse! Juggernog lets you take a couple extra hits before going down. So revive, quick revive on single player, auto revives you, Juggernog makes it longer till you have to revive.
So I just flipped a switch. Did it do anything?
Okay. Now I need stamina up. Which will let me run faster, or run longer.
Refreshed and ready to go.
You go away. There are other parts for Wunderwaffe, but I can never find them, so I don't know what I'm looking for. Preferably, I would have the points to also get Widow's Wine.
Complete the ritual. The Gateworm's energy must be released.
This shit is messed up. Alien worms? This shit is messed up. Alien worms? I'm not sure I trust that fucking shadow. Sounds like a dick. I'm not sure I trust that fucking shadow man. Sounds like a dick.
Your service to the overlords is appreciated. Our complete assimilation has
Okay. Just need a little bit of breathing room. I really hate the rollies.
It's on now. You really ought to go down. You're just punishing yourself.
You got lucky. You're about to see a comeback.
Body shots ain't doing shit. Go for heads. It's on now.
No!
I think that one knocked out some teeth.
Well... Ah, crap, that was ammo.
Unless I get some ammo.
Nope, you leave me alone.
Okay, so you got the first hit.
Fuck.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Give me some good. Give me some good. That was probably the wrong plan. Ah. Right, I have quick revive. I have my last quick revive. I lost my...
Hey, got lucky. Won't happen again. You're gonna punch yourself out, big guy.
problem. I wasted my points on that. I should have bought ammo. Because now I have lost my... points. My perks.
I'm wearing you down.
And I don't have any ammo. I have made a mistake. Where's the civil protector?
Weeds don't belong. Not here, not here.
Be good. Oh! Thank you. Thank you, civil protector.
I like how we eat things without questioning where they come from. Without ammo, things are gonna get real interesting.
Okay. They're not great, but they are weapons. Follow me downstairs, please. I do not remember. I do not remember what's left. Because I just did all this. I have a civil protector protecting me. I have way too many zombies chasing me. Ah! Thank you for reviving me for falling. Despite not having quick revive. That is very generous.
You're telling me no?
Wait, I think that's it for this map.
I'm gonna count that as a win.
I think that's it for this map. Is there anything left? I think all you get is a Pack-a-Punch. I think we're done.
Lucky punch.
Oh! I'm amazed I pulled that off so quickly. Holy crap. I'm gonna double check. But I think we might have done it. Shadow just left you to die after you. Yep, I think that's pretty much it. I didn't even get a level out of it. I hate you. Shadows of Evil. Let's see if there is anything I didn't do. Besides, I didn't get the Wonderwaffe workshop, but I hadn't aimed for that because I never get that. Let's see. Got the items. Play 4 rituals. Must take gate worms to the rift to the subway area. Subway, look for a wall with 5 glowing runes. Now interact with the Pack-a-Punch weapon. Survive until the Shadow Man comes by and the gateway turns blue. You can now interact with the Pack-a-Punch machine. Yeah, I think that is it. Because I did survive to the end. I am scrolling right now. The only stuff we didn't use is the tram and the Wonderwaffe, which is constructed at the workshop. I otherwise opened all the areas, all the portals, all the ritual boxes, completed the ritual. The only thing I didn't really do that would have been on my to-do list was also just like having all the perks. So yeah, I'm gonna take another quick short break then, and I guess we're doing Skyward Sword for the last bit of the stream. That was not it. There's a cutscene that involves Richtofen if you beat the Easter egg, plus there's no Easter egg symbol next to the map name. Well, I completed the what's listed on the complete the ritual, so I don't know what Easter egg you're talking about unless it's do all that and the Wonderwaffe, which I am not doing. I'll look it up quick. What is the Easter egg? It is the Wonderwaffe! I'm not doing the Wonderwaffe. I did it once on my original account. I don't need to do it a second time. It is a pain. I don't need to do the Wonderwaffe and the Pack-a-Punch machine goal. I'm going to take a break and think about it. I won't exit out of the game over the break so you get to hear the zombies. I will think about doing the Wunderwaffe, but we're probably moving to Skyward Sword, unless you guys really want me to try. I will see you guys in a couple minutes again. Okay, what have you decided? What have you decided to do? Are we trying this? Or are we just gonna move on to Skyward Sword? And I can be annoyed for a whole different reason. Swords? Swords. Okay. Okay, give me a sec. Set that down so it doesn't get knocked over again when I set up the... Enjoy swords as well? Okay. Like I said, I could be frustrated for a whole different reason. I will consider the possibility of trying that again later. If the switch could work. Okay. What is broken this time? Okay. I don't remember if I had anything to do at night, so I'm going back to bed, and we're gonna get back up in the morning and head down the volcano. Go away! All right. Why do some of these animations also seem like they're sort of stiffer and less refined than in the freaking Nintendo 64? Zeldas? I need to change Twitch. Twitch is going to yell at me. Ah. Alright, do me a favor and call a bird! Where am I going? Alright. To the volcano. Entry, ascent, entrance, east. Start with that. I still haven't pushed the correct button. 8,000. Meet again. How have you been, bud? I rumbled over here because I heard someone had spotted goddess cubes in the area. We have already found some, but I got a feeling there are some others hidden away around here. You might think about searching for them yourself when you get the time. Information for you. Enhanced capabilities, sword, you're not... Alright. Thank you. That would have been better a long time ago. Alright. I don't know. Once he's 5, she does not exist, and as a result of Link's tree slamming concussions. This wouldn't be too surprising. That drift. Of course, it's over here. Oh wait, is it not in here? Is it on the other side? Okay, it's over there. It is not moving with my hand. Link's just happy to be here. All right, the Silent Realms. I forgot all about that. I don't like these. Well, clearly wasted the money on the heart pluses. Stay within Din Silent Realm. The third trial will test the limits of your power. To locate the last flame, it will enhance your sword. You must first complete this final challenge and achieve spiritual growth once again. Well, welcome to the rest of tonight's stream. The vessel is full, your spirit will grow and you'll be entrusted with a new power by the goddess. Clearly wasted. Oh, this is required to do, not nope, there is nothing optional about this. Nope, I'm not gonna make that. Okay. Really? Is there no reason to be over? Okay. That's just to waste your time. No! Well... So there's like nothing here apparently. Never mind, there's a thing here. Oh! Oh, right. These don't appear in... Okay. I am definitely in the wrong direction. This is going to go so poorly. And that is not what I'm looking for. Looking for the slight extension. You're kidding me. This is stressful is what it is. Okay, I do need to go over there. Is there a reason to be over here? No, there isn't. No! There's nothing else over here. Crap. This is a waste of time. Ah! Don't restart me. Don't restart me. I'm not chasing that emblem. I don't need the stress. I think the remaining ones are on the slide. There's a guy yeah, this was fun in Twilight Princess. It is not fun here. Okay. I'm amazed I haven't failed yet. So wait, we've got the one. Where are the other two? Ah, I went down. Can I do this? I can. Where are the other two? Well, at least we've got the sand slides done, but... Well, I'm screwed. There is absolutely no way I could do this while running away from these guys. Well, I am very screwed. Unless they can't cross... Oh, he can. I've definitely failed this. This is just full on. How long can I avoid these guys pretending like I know where to look for this stuff? Oh, good. Well, there we go. And now I have to do all of that over again. I haven't gone that way, so I guess we're gonna go that way first this time. Nope, I can't go that way. I'm just gonna let him get me. Oh, they are going to be up there, aren't they? No! I hate you all. You ignore me. Well, at least we know where they all are now. Well, how am I supposed to get past them without dealing with that again? I mean, I guess I can make a beeline for the other one. Yeah, we'll make a beeline for the one down there at the bottom. I'm glad I didn't get it already. Okay. You stay there. I'm gonna leave that one there just in case I need it. Could have gone the other way. Could have gone the other way. You got it anyways. Ah. Trial is definitely the right word for this nonsense. Please. I am moving very far to the side. My hand is twisted around. Okay. Huh. Continue to exit the Silent Realm. Proceed with caution on your way back to the entrance so that you can claim proof for your spiritual growth. Right, now I have to go home. Ah! You stay away from me. Yeah, this could have been worse. That doesn't make me happy about it. Because it's still very, very stressful. Fine, fine, I will give you. We have done worse. Actually, I'm pretty sure the other Silent Realms were worse. Maybe they calmed down on the last hopefully the last Silent Realm, so it's like, I don't need to deal with this anymore. You got the Fire Shield earrings. With these, you can stand any heat without a sweat. This is one of the 3 sacred gifts led by the goddess. Kind of want to see Link with those. Wearing those. Alright, there's that section where it's like too hot for me to actually go into. That's got to be where we're going. I conjecture your newly acquired Fire Shield earrings will allow you to safely travel in extremely hot areas. Recommend continuing your search for the Sacred Flame. I don't think we can Lava Stride, but I think we can handle heats. And then I distinctly remember an area, I'm pretty sure it's up here actually, with heat that I couldn't stand. Oh, do you see them? I was checking chat and stuff. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, he's got these tiny little things on his ears. Yay! Right, the dung beetles. Yay! So this no longer bothers me, which means I can go up here! I'm glad I remembered this. I have a status update for you, Master. We are now near the crater at the peak of Elden Volcano. Volcano Summit. I'm detecting extremely high temperatures in this area. However, your Fire Shield earrings will allow for extended periods of exploration. I calculate the probability of finding the final sacred flame here at 90%. Recommend searching for flames. There is only a section of Lanero Mine that we do not have open yet. I'm pretty sure it's behind the area the guy was mining. Buzz off. Buzz off. Searching for flames. Report everything else on fire! So wait, okay, so we've got there and there. And that, yeah, this is gonna need to be opened up. Are we gonna need the ball again? Well, I'm currently installing Battlefield 1 because the deluxe edition that comes with 7 add-ons is free with the Game Pass. Oh, have fun! I lost my money because I was reading your thing. I blame you. Nah, you're good. Okay, so I can't climb back up here. It's your fault I lost a whole single rupee. I was hoping for healing springs. Oh, this is gonna be a thing I'm not gonna like, is it? Hey, are you looking for goddess cubes too? Nice work getting past that hotspot back there, bud. The heat back there did not bother me a bit, but these flames right here are another matter. So it's something we could do to put out these flames. Yeah, I like it and you don't even know this. Quench my thirst to clear your path. That 1 rupee could have been a difference between paying rent or being in the street. Oh wait, duh. Because I haven't bought any potions or anything, I can do this. I completely forgot. That's why that's there. Never mind. That is not as bad as I thought it'd be, as long as that's the only thing we're doing here. It's just normal water, but it might come in handy sometime. Well, it's a good thing I completely forgot to get my, get my potions. Hey, the flames are out. Now we can get through here. Even he does the shepherd shuffle. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. It has been forever since I watched a Russian badger video. More flames. This is starting to burn me up. Hate to ask you this, but could you do the fire extinguisher routine again? Oh. Hey, nice work, bud. Now we aren't. Now we're getting somewhere. I'll go get more water. All right. You see this, bud? Talk about intriguing. We are definitely off the map here. This does not feel like Goddess Cube stuff to me. I bet there's something super important hidden around here. All I could say is that is a big frog with a big thirst. I do not think the amount of water one of your little bottles can hold is going to cut it this time. You'll have to have a big container to hold the water needed for this job. Got anything like it? Speaking of which, where are you going with all all the water? I gotta say, I'm pretty much stumped. Where are you going to get all the water? Well, I mean, there's a thing right over there. There's no water, but it might be useful. By which you mean now. Now it is useful. Do not fail to cross this. Oh, wait a minute. These are the water jars, aren't they? No, they're not. Master Link, I detect no water in the immediate vicinity. Of course, you will need a large basin to proceed past the impediment, but you'll also need water. I recommend you start with that task. I could probably hookshot over there. Though I didn't realize I'd be doing it from here. I just noticed there wasn't a thing in the window. Please! Alright, I don't like you, so we're gonna do this. Okay. Please start in the center. This was not the solution to the problem I thought it would be. Really? Ah. It can't be that simple. Well. No! Okay, it's not that simple. Of course. Well, look who we have here. You still looking for your friend? Of course, I'm on the hunt for a treasure. Heard there was some fancy ruins out this way, so here I am. Believe it or not, I haven't found a thing. Got any information for me? You know something? Spill it. We're friends, right? What? There's some fire blocking your path? Why don't you just pour some water on it and move on? You need how much water? Whoa, I get it. So the water we got here is not enough, right? You know, I hear the little water we got here is fed by some far-off water source called Lake Floria. So a buddy of mine went hunting for treasure in Farron Woods. He told me he used the waterways there to find his way back home. He tells me Lake Floria is just about the biggest lake you could imagine. But if you checked it out, if you checked it out, there'd be enough water there to solve your dilemma. A report, Master Link. I recommend following the Magma's advice and returning to Lake Floria. Also, some advice pertinent to the situation. Considers a method of transporting water from the lake. I suggest you visit the Water Dragon. I conjecture that you could transport a large volume of water using the water basin that the previously injured water dragon recuperated in. Would you like me to analyze previous data and register the vessel as a dowsing target? Master, I've completed registering the Water Dragon's vessel as a dowsing target. I don't know if I have it. Oh, this is probably going to fill with water, isn't it? I'm probably going to quit a little bit early because this is looking to be a whole thing and I'm tired. Though, even with the anxiety of the trial, this has not been as bad as some of the other streams that we've had of this game. Even with the stuff just refusing. Come on! I still hate the Joy-Cons. Or, not the Joy-Cons, the motion controls in this game specifically. Because the motion controls in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are awesome and work really well. It's just that the motion controls in this are absolutely awful. Thank you for the lemon, Riffy. My hands are full, but I will add it to the counter. Well, we have a Lake Floria thing, so we're just gonna land there. I still haven't pushed the button. It's just kind of like, we're gonna make you feel like you're playing the game. Well, Breath of the Wild designed for the Switch, whereas this wasn't, so of course it's going to feel awkward. But it's not a matter of that. It's the fact that it can't track where the controllers are going. It constantly drifts away into other directions. Okay, I don't know if I'm going in the right direction or not. I'm gonna assume I am because of the way the doors are here. I was! Ah, it's you. Tell me, are you mastering the power that dwells within your sword? Oh, you wish to borrow my water basin. Very well, I have recovered, and I have no intention of having to soak in it again soon. Be gone with it. It's yours to use as you please. To transport the water dragon's basin to the volcano, you'll need to enlist the service of that transport robot. Shall I send word to him? Not that guy. Master, unless you plan to carry the tub on your back, now is not the time to be picky about who will help you. I will call for the robot. Well, didn't you just ask in the last stream what this guy was good for anymore? Mistress Fee, my deep apologies for keeping you waiting. Let's see here. This cargo looks very heavy, but it's well within my payload tolerances. Master Shortpants, watch carefully while I demonstrate what a real hero looks like. As usual, I shall await you in the skies above. Yep. Master, your task here is complete for the moment. You should return to the sky so we can set a course for the volcano. We're gonna get back to the bird statue, and that will probably be it. Water dragon. Yeah, probably. Alright, what the heck are you morons up to this time? Okay. Keep firing mods? I think that is going to be a call-out for tonight. We will worry about the other stuff later. Thank you very much for sending a thing on data caps. Again, if you saved it or know how to get to it so that I could see it, I would love to read anything you're sending on the data caps. You know, I kind of want a Legend of Zelda movie series. Everyone wants a Legend of Zelda movie series. Nintendo will never let it happen. Yeah, that's what the morons are up to. I don't think I have any other announcements. Cross your fingers that my chess, thank you. Cross your fingers that my recording setup works for live action tomorrow, and I have time to try it tomorrow. Because sometimes it's just like time is like, nah, I don't feel like it. I think tonight may be the last. All right. Tonight may be the last Twitter stream, but there have been some other developments that may see me return to the premium. We will have to see. I am annoyed at the AI thing, but there's some other stuff going on that I think may be worth supporting. So that's something I'm gonna have to think on. In the meantime, though, chest. The D-Live chest. And the rewards are distributing. Best of luck to everyone. Again, I have no control over who gets these. All I can do is hit open on Sundays. Technically, I can hit open on any day I want. Right now, we let it build, and then on Sundays, we open it. Thanks again for the data cap comments. Again, I would love to read them whenever you can. If there's a way to see what the comments are as well, you could just do that. I don't know if there is. I should check on that. There probably isn't. They probably don't make those public. Congratulations to the Rippy one, followed by Up to No Good and Blue Kitty. Again, if you're watching on Twitch, you might want to keep watching me. You might want to watch someplace else because Twitch will probably ban me at some point because they're just going full mask off on VTubers, and I am not helping by poking them. And also, the site seems to be collapsing pretty rapidly, so we don't even know if they'll be able to maintain what they are right now. So, thank you again, everyone. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great week. Be safe, and I will see you next time.